This is Robert Merritt, September 2013 Coronado Speed Festival with a little video of life in the pits, if you will. That's a shot of our team area, Sabina Precision Prep and RPM Motors. Vince is the owner of the company. He's on the right there getting in his 1.6 liter Super V. I think it's a 78 if I get it right. And then the other two are Ralt 1986s. The first one's a March. They are 1.8 liter Super Vs, a little bit more speed, a little bit bigger tires than Vince's. The red one is Bart's, and obviously the blue one I'm sitting next to, yellow and blue, is one I'm getting in, number 33. The red things on my arms are restraints to attach to the seat belt so that if there's a wreck, my arms don't fly out and get broken or severely hemorrhaged. Nice image there, huh? This is a shot of the pits where the participants are parked. Those are a bunch of Alfa Romeos on my right there, and a 2 liter sports racer, number 115 there. And thought run a little Vespa, if you will, with a GoPro attached, and driving through the pits to give you an idea of how many cars are out here. There's a bunch of them Porsche 914s on the right, some more sports racers on the left. The yellow one, number 26, he's in our group. Cool Mustang there on the right, a Cobra. There must have been 8 or 10 of them out there. Total of about 300 cars, and you'll see they're over about 4.5 rows, just like this one we're going down now. A couple BMWs on the left, race cars. There's the other cars, the normal cars. That's Breck BMW on the right. They're a pretty famous racing team. They're always out here at Coronado. Anyway, the private cars are just the mechanics and the drivers' cars and all, and then the race cars are kind of tucked in between up against the trailers or the RVs or the transports. Coming up on a group of Alfa Romeos again on the left, and BMWs, and some little Formula cars on the right. They were probably in our group too. This is a second row. I'm not going to show you all the rows, just figured I'd do 2 of them and let you just see how many people are out here. And so this is one full row we're going down now. Porsche's on the right. There's a number 4 silver Porsche here. I think I'm going to pause and point at it. It's a beautiful old 901 or 908, I think. Racing in the sports car groups, of course, not with us. Our group, I was in group 3, I believe. Some more Porsches on the left. A bunch of NASCAR cars out here. I don't think I go by them in the video here. There's a car coming off the track. We're basically right in the middle of the pits here at this point. And fall on another beautiful Shelby Cobra, a couple GT40s there on the left. Those are Lotuses, I think, on the right. Some more transports and RVs. That's an old Formula Ford with Go Navy on it. Some Corvettes. The white one there on the left is supposed to be the fastest Corvette in the world. It's got some giant supercharged engine in it. I don't know how they claim that, but it's pretty fast. I guess on the Bonneville Salt Flats or something like that. Turning right now and going down to the 3rd row here, and I think that's probably all we'll show you. And this is our pits. Here we were on the end of the 3rd row. There's Vince's car again on the right. Our board telling about our cars, my car, Bart's, and now moving on. On the left right here is World MotoGP champion Eddie Lawson. He won 4 times, and he was driving both the green and the white car. Nice modern from yellow Ferrari there on the right. And a racing Mini Cooper or something like that there. That's a Can-Am there, 500 horsepower, the white one on the right. It races in with the NASCAR guys. Makes a lot of noise, but oddly enough, not as fast as our cars. There's some Formula car on the right there, a little Formula Ford of some type. I couldn't get a good look at it. On the left is Dave's car, black Ralt, just like my car. And up on here on the left are 3 cars in our group as well. A couple friends, Paul and Joe. The light blue car, number 7 there in front, as Paul's car. Right next to it is a red and white car. That's Bernard's, Jay Leno's mechanics, but he's having a problem with his car. It wasn't running. Some more Formula Ford type Lotus and whatnot cars that are in Lola's in our group. A little bit slower, a little bit older than my specific car. And that's row 3. I guess I did the whole row here. There's some more Porsches, Jaguar, Lotus right there. And that was, I think, all the time I did in the pits. And again, there's like 4.5, 5 rows, NASCAR cars, all kinds. So obviously a lot of participants. A lot of vendors, including the Navy recruiters there with the Blue Angel sign. Had to make a stop here. I think Carrie Ann's trying to get some free decals to put on the car or the trailer or something. Yep, there she goes. And then we take off, and I think we take you down through the vendor area. Yep, so here's a bunch of people like Edelbrock and Mother's Wax Company and all kinds of vendors, you know, that's related to cars, related to racing, related to the Navy, and a lot of POW and disabled veterans groups here too. There's some cars that you'll see in a bit that are all hand operated. There's actually a couple guys that race the cars with hand controls only. The big group in front of us there is a big thing that goes around to all kinds of events. It's a NASCAR pit crew event, and so a bunch of the military crew are out there. They train for a couple weeks, and then they have a contest to see who can change the tires, fuel the car, just basically like at a NASCAR race. Now we've transitioned over into the car club area, so these are people who, spectators, 90% of them, and they're here to watch the race, and they bring their car and they park in their car club. Gets them the parking right behind the stands, passing a whole bunch of Shelby Cobras on the left, and now some BMW Club on the right. There's a few signs you'll see. Now Mustangs again and Cobras on the left. More BMWs. Boy, couple beautiful GT40s there. Those are street cars, of course, not the race car versions. Bunch of Triumphs, older Triumphs right there. I always wanted the red one right there, a TR6, TR3 or 4. More Mustangs, more Triumphs, a Volkswagen snuck in there, some old Mini Coopers. There's usually a big showing a Mini Cooper car club here. I don't know what that older car there looks like, an old Ford. Straight ahead with the 2 yellow flags flying. I think I'm going to take a right before them. That's the Ferrari Club. You'll see every Ferrari known there, just about. And now you can see one of the stands. This is the far southern stand. Pretty empty right now. This is lunchtime before the races, so everybody's overeating and getting ready for them. The stands will be full, as you'll see in the other video. This is a Porsche Club here on the left. Our car is parked over here. And then there's some, I think it's, I forgot the name of the company, but there's a Porsche company there that has a few of the modern ones out there for viewing. They're for sale, in other words. That's our car there on the left, the blue one, the Porsche Turbo, and then here's 2 or 3 rows of Porsches here that'll go down. The little bridge and white tent you see in the distance there, that's the start-finish line when you look at the other race video. And so we're at the far southern end of the track right now, I guess, if you will. Almost the far end. Turns 1 and 2 are actually a little further down. Beautiful old Spider there, a Porsche Spider there. It might be a replica, but I doubt it. And there's a bunch of RVs parked down there. People spend the night. And this is another row of the Porsches. Off to my right. Hello, security guys. Thanks for taking care of us. Out to the right are some Alfa Romeos. And the Mercedes Club is over that way. And I have no idea what that is. There's a Miata. Oh yeah, the Miata Club's big. Here I think we're heading over towards the Ferrari Club again. Oh, and there's the Miatas on the left. Mini Ferraris and big Ferraris. Just kidding. These are 599s and 458 Italias, you name it. There's a Ferrari there. I don't know what that thing was. It just passed us. On the left here is the car show cars. So these are individually owned cars, and people bring them out and fix them all up just for viewing, and they have some kind of judging and winners, and they get to drive around the track at lunch on Sunday afternoon. The winners of each class, I'm not too familiar with all of them, but muscle cars, obviously, Mustangs, Corvettes, Pontiac GTOs, you name it. These are Aston Martins or TVRs, I think, here on the right. It's kind of hard to tell which. Back into the BMW Club area on the right, and again, more car show cars on the left. Some pretty exotic cars, everything from a Woody wagon to a lowrider like that one right there, you name it. And again, just giving you an idea of how many participants, spectators, vendors, and clubs is, and what a big event this is. So why I'm so thrilled to have gotten to participate this year. These are disabled veterans cars here on the left, 772, and that little dots in there, those are hand control cars. There's a couple gentlemen in wheelchairs, POWs, ex-POWs, and veterans, and another gentleman there being moved around, probably heading for lunch. Oddly enough, a truck display here on the left. You never know what's going to be out here. A bunch of big, cool old trucks. Didn't really get a good look at them. Didn't look at them too much. And so we're kind of headed back now towards the pit area. Pretty much the end of the video, except for the next scene you'll see is a shot from a regular camera, a video camera of the bay. I think it was a quick clip of the track and maybe me going by, and then a slow pan of, if you stop looking at the cars and just lift up your head, you get to see Point Loma. Right here we go, Point Loma, and then all the way back around to the right, I think the view will go. And you'll see sailboats sailing by, and cruise ships, and motorboats, and downtown San Diego. That's Mission Bay area, I think, and Shelter Island right there, and that's Shelter Island, Harbor Island actually, and then back further to the right, I'm not sure if we go all the way, will be San Diego proper and the Coronado Bay Bridge and all. Quite a beautiful spot to be racing, so even if you don't like the cars, you just look up and look around, and it's gorgeous. So that's pretty much it. That's a tour of the pits, the vendors, the bay. Skip Barber Racing truck right there. Forgot to mention that. I actually bumped into the first racing instructor I ever had here. His name was Randy, and we got to say hello to each other. It was pretty cool. It's been about 15 years since I took that course. And the camera is just panning back to the left, and that's about it. Just thought it might be interesting to see something besides the racetrack for some of you not interested in the cars themselves. See you next year.